Welcome to Learn English Through Stories. Today, you will listen to a long and relaxing English story called Learn English Step by Step at Home. This story is specially made for English learners. You will learn simple vocabulary, daily conversation, pronunciation, and confidence naturally. Just relax, listen carefully, repeat the sentences, and improve your English step by step. Now let's begin.
Ryan lived in a small apartment in Chicago. He was 26 years old and worked at a supermarket. Every day, he saw people speaking English fluently. Customers talked fast, managers talked fast, even children spoke better English than him. Ryan felt embarrassed. One morning, a customer asked, "Excuse me, where can I find the bread?" Ryan became nervous. Uh, bread there, left side." The customer smiled politely and walked away. Ryan looked down. "I need to improve my English," he whispered. That night, Ryan opened his old laptop. He searched, "How to learn English at home." Thousands of videos appeared. Ryan felt confused. There are too many lessons. But suddenly, he found one simple video. The teacher said, "Do not learn everything at once. Learn step by step." Those words changed Ryan's life. The next morning, Ryan created a notebook. On the first page, he wrote, "Step 1. Listen every day." Ryan started listening to easy English stories every morning before work. At first, he understood only a few words. Hello, morning, coffee, friend, happy. But he continued listening every day. 1 week later, he noticed something surprising. He could understand simple sentences. For example, "How was your day? What are you doing? Can I help you?" Ryan became excited. Maybe English was not impossible after all.
One rainy evening, Ryan stood in front of the mirror. He looked at himself and said slowly, "Hello, my name is Ryan." He laughed nervously. Then he tried again. "I work at a supermarket." Again, "I want to speak English fluently." Every night, Ryan practiced speaking alone. Sometimes he made mistakes. Sometimes he forgot words, but slowly his pronunciation improved. One day, while cooking dinner, he started talking naturally. "I am cutting vegetables. The soup smells good. I need more salt." Without realizing it, English was becoming part of his daily life. Ryan created another rule. Learn 5 new words every day. Monday, journey, practice, improve, confident, conversation. Tuesday, opportunity, courage, mistake, progress, success. Ryan wrote sentences for every word. "I want to improve my English. Mistakes help me learn. Practice creates confidence." Little by little, his vocabulary grew. After 2 months, Ryan knew hundreds of words. One Saturday morning, Ryan entered a small coffee shop. He felt nervous. Usually, he pointed at the menu silently. But today was different. The cashier smiled.
What would you like? Ryan took a deep breath. I would like a medium coffee and a chicken sandwich, please. The cashier smiled warmly. Sure. Anything else? Ryan's heart beat fast, but he answered confidently. No, thank you. That simple conversation lasted less than 1 minute. But for Ryan, it felt like a huge victory. After leaving the coffee shop, he smiled all the way home.
Ryan started watching English movies with subtitles. At first, he paused every minute. But gradually, he understood jokes, emotions, and conversations. One night, while watching a movie, he repeated a sentence. Never stop believing in yourself. Ryan paused the movie. He wrote the sentence in his notebook. That sentence became his motivation. One evening, Ryan joined an online English group. There he met Emma from Canada. Emma was learning Spanish. Ryan was learning English. They decided to practice together every night. At first, Ryan spoke very slowly. Hello. How are you? Emma smiled patiently. You're doing great. Every conversation made Ryan more comfortable. Soon, they started talking about food, family, dreams, movies, childhood memories. For the first time, Ryan enjoyed speaking English. 3 months later, Ryan's manager called him. Ryan, can you help train the new employee? Ryan was shocked. Me? Yes, the manager smiled. Your English has improved a lot. Ryan felt proud. The old Ryan would never believe this moment. Now he explained tasks confidently. First, organize the shelves. Then, help customers politely. The new employee listened carefully. Ryan realized something important. Confidence grows slowly, step by step. Not every day was perfect. Sometimes Ryan felt tired. Sometimes he forgot vocabulary. One evening, he became frustrated. I'm still not fluent. He almost gave up. But then he opened his notebook. He looked at his old sentences. Hello, my name is Ryan. Ryan smiled softly. 6 months ago, even simple English felt difficult. Now he could hold conversations for hours. Progress was happening. Slowly, but surely. 1 year later, Ryan sat in a park with Emma. Yes, they finally met in person. They talked completely in English. No fear, no nervousness. Emma smiled. Do you remember your first conversation? Ryan laughed. Yes, I could barely speak. But you never gave up, Emma said. Ryan looked at the sunset. He realized English had changed his life. Not only language, but confidence, discipline, and hope. A few weeks after meeting Emma, Ryan's life became busier. But this time, he was not stressed. He was excited. Every morning, he woke up early, made coffee, and practiced English for 30 minutes before work. One morning, while checking his phone, Ryan saw a message from Emma. Why don't you start your own English channel? Ryan laughed softly. Me? Teach English? Emma replied instantly. You understand learners because you were once afraid too. Ryan sat quietly for a moment. Maybe she was right. That evening, Ryan opened his laptop and created a small YouTube channel. At first, he felt nervous. What if people laugh at my accent? What if I make mistakes? But then he remembered his old life.
The shy boy at the supermarket, the nervous customer conversations, the fear. Ryan took a deep breath and pressed the record button. Hello, everyone. My name is Ryan, and today we will learn English step by step at home. His voice shook a little, but he continued recording.
The first video got only 23 views. Ryan felt disappointed, but Emma encouraged him. Every big journey starts small. So Ryan uploaded another video, then another. He shared daily English phrases, easy vocabulary, listening practice, simple life stories. Slowly, people started watching. Comments appeared from different countries. One comment said, "Your videos help me feel confident." Another said, "I thought English was impossible before." Ryan smiled every time he read those messages because he understood their struggle. He had once felt the same fear. One rainy night, Ryan received an email. A language school wanted him to give an online speaking session. Ryan stared at the screen in shock. Is this real? 1 year ago, he could barely order coffee. Now people wanted to learn from him. During the online class, Ryan spoke slowly and clearly. Don't be afraid of mistakes, he told the students. Mistakes are part of learning. The students listened carefully. Some were beginners, some were shy, some lacked confidence.
Ryan encouraged all of them. Speak every day, he said. Even 5 minutes can change your future. After the class ended, Ryan walked outside. The rain had stopped. The city lights reflected on the wet streets. Ryan looked up at the night sky and smiled. English had not only taught him words, it had opened doors. It had connected him with people around the world. And most importantly, it had changed the way he saw himself. No longer weak, no longer afraid. Now he believed in himself. 2 months after starting his YouTube channel, Ryan reached 10,000 subscribers. At first, he could not believe it. 10,000 people? He whispered. The shy supermarket worker was slowly becoming an English teacher online. One evening, Emma sent him a message. You should do a live stream. Ryan's eyes widened. A live stream? What if I make mistakes in front of everyone? Emma replied, You always tell your students not to fear mistakes. Now it's your turn. Ryan laughed nervously. She was right. For the next few days, Ryan prepared carefully. He wrote simple topics in his notebook. Daily English, easy pronunciation, common mistakes, speaking confidence. The night before the live stream, Ryan could not sleep well. He kept imagining problems. What if nobody joins? What if I forget words? What if people laugh at me? But deep inside, he also felt excited. The next evening, Ryan sat at his desk. A small lamp glowed beside his laptop. Rain tapped softly against the window. Ryan looked at the camera and took a deep breath. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our live English class. At first, only 12 people joined.
Ryan smiled politely and continued speaking. Today, we will practice simple English together. Then something surprising happened. More viewers started joining. 50 viewers, 200 viewers, 500 viewers. Comments flooded the screen. Hello from Brazil. Love from India. Greetings from Turkey. You inspire me. Ryan's nervousness slowly disappeared. For the next 2 hours, he taught simple English sentences. How was your day? What are your hobbies? Can you help me? I'm learning English step by step. He repeated each sentence slowly so beginners could follow easily.
Then a viewer asked, "Ryan, how can I stop being shy?" Ryan became quiet for a moment. That question touched his heart deeply because he remembered his old self, the nervous man who could barely speak inside a coffee shop. Ryan smiled softly and answered, "Shyness disappears when you practice regularly. You do not need to speak perfectly. You only need courage to start." Thousands of viewers listened carefully. Some even wrote, "Thank you. I needed this."
Near the end of the live stream, Ryan made a small mistake while speaking. For 1 second, he froze. But then, he laughed. "You see?" he smiled. "Even now, I still make mistakes." The viewers laughed warmly with him. And suddenly, Ryan realized something important. Fluent people are not perfect. They simply continue speaking without fear. After the live stream ended, Ryan leaned back in his chair. His heart was full of emotion. More than 8,000 people had watched his class live. His phone buzzed continuously with messages. Emma called him immediately. "You were amazing," she said excitedly. Ryan smiled. "I was terrified." "But you still did it," Emma replied proudly. Ryan looked at the city lights outside his apartment window. Years ago, English was his biggest fear. Now, it had become his biggest strength.
The morning after the live stream, Ryan woke up late. His phone was full of notifications, thousands of comments, hundreds of messages. People from around the world thanked him for helping them learn English. Ryan smiled as he read the comments one by one. But suddenly, one message caught his attention. It was from a young man named Daniel. The message said, "Hello, Ryan. I live alone in a small town. For years, I was too afraid to speak English. I thought I was stupid. But your videos gave me courage. Yesterday, for the first time, I spoke English at my job interview. Thank you." Ryan stared silently at the screen. His eyes became emotional because he understood exactly how Daniel felt. That fear, that self-doubt, that loneliness. Ryan slowly closed his laptop and looked out the window. The city moved quickly outside. Cars honked. People rushed to work. Rain clouds covered the sky. But inside his small apartment, Ryan felt something powerful. Purpose. For the first time in his life, he realized his journey was helping others. That evening, Ryan started recording another lesson. But this video felt different. He looked directly into the camera and spoke honestly. "When I started learning English, I felt embarrassed every day. I compared myself to fluent speakers. I thought I was too slow." Ryan paused for a moment. But learning slowly is not failure. He smiled gently. Giving up is failure. After uploading the video, Ryan went for a walk. The cold evening air touched his face. As he passed a bookstore, he noticed a sign. "Community Language Exchange tonight." Ryan stopped walking. Normally, he would ignore events like this. But today, something inside him said, "Go inside." So he did. Inside the bookstore cafe, small groups of people were practicing languages together. Some practiced English. Others practiced Spanish, French, or Japanese. Ryan suddenly felt nervous again. His old fear returned. What if I say something wrong? But before he could leave, a woman smiled warmly at him. "Are you here for English practice?" Ryan nodded slowly. "Yes." "Great," she smiled. "Come join us." Ryan sat at the table nervously. There were people from different countries. Korea, Brazil, Mexico, Italy, India. Everyone had different accents,
Everyone made mistakes, but nobody laughed. Instead, they encouraged each other. For the next 2 hours, Ryan talked about childhood memories, favorite foods, travel dreams, funny life experiences, and something surprising happened. He stopped thinking about grammar. He simply communicated. At the end of the night, an older man named Victor spoke to Ryan. "You know," Victor smiled, "fluency is not about perfect English." Ryan listened carefully. Victor continued, "Fluency is the confidence to express yourself." Those words stayed in Ryan's mind all night. Back home, Ryan opened his notebook again. The same notebook he started months ago. The first page still said, "Step 1. Listen every day." Ryan smiled softly. That small first step had changed his entire life.
Then he turned to a blank page and wrote, "New goal. Help 1 million people feel confident speaking English." Ryan looked at the sentence for a long time. For the first time, that dream no longer felt impossible. The next morning, Ryan woke up before sunrise. Soft orange light entered through his apartment window. The city was still quiet. Ryan made a cup of coffee and opened his notebook. He looked again at the sentence he wrote last night. Help 1 million people feel confident speaking English. For a moment, the dream felt huge, almost impossible. But then Ryan remembered something important. Every big success starts with one small step, just like his English journey.
That day, Ryan decided to create a new challenge for his viewers. He called it 30 Days of English Confidence. In the video, Ryan smiled warmly at the camera. For the next 30 days, he explained, we will practice English together every single day. He created simple daily tasks,